the otua sika no ono na nwom ne ye ne dia Kwesi Authur to ground up enwom adwuma no atene ni so nti o release ya no no ade ato platform bizumu atuatua kakra no wanya kakra no but o ye adwuma se say de on mabie.
You don't know these streets like we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching. This, of course, is my editorial. And it's probably brought to you by www.mybet.africa. Unyetwa ubediudi nsua ubetuya. Check the link for a year update via the on mybet.africa TV and also Okwabenya sports content via here via. Of course, it's also probably brought to you by Aqua Blue Mineral Water. Aqua Blue Mineral Water. Me say nsua obenoma emma yare. This time around, you stay healthy in the year 2024. So make sure you grab for yourself Aqua Blue Mineral Water. It's crystal clear and it's so refreshing. It refreshes you at every sip. Yes, also probably brought to you by Jupay. Jupay, send money to your friends and loved ones across the world. All you need to do is use the promo code DJ Slim. Promo code DJ Slim. Utrubuma. Nature say eneno. Or send the amount $10 discount. They say a free $5. They say a $10 discount. So send money to your friends and loved ones. Use the promo code DJ Slim that is on Jupay. 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 Let's just say Jupay in our setting. Today, in this editorial, we're looking at ground up, Charlie. Who's no more sound? Be able to pop ground up, Charlie. We're looking at the issues that are within ground up. Now, it caught our attention because yesterday on social media, on Twitter or X to be precise, Twitch, one of the artists or Juma or ground up, echo on a rant. Now, rant now started calling. Let me read a couple of them to you, and was it caught most of us off guard. We know say issues were, but for Twitch to also jump into the conversation, it caught some of us off guard. Now, first one was, ground up, Charlie, you the fuck up. We know the talk will mean say we fool. I'm big on respect. And if you don't respect me, I don't respect you. Glenn, if we meet anywhere, it go be giddy for there. Terry, I be you today here. Screenshot show am. They just say, Jack, hit him. Now, Twitch goes on another one saying, all the old songs you still they listen, the money all they go to Glenn for ground up. Bomb the new shit and stop asking where the fuck I am. So man Fubusan said Twitch na lie, Ben, because he's been off the scene for a minute. And I decided to do a lot of background consultation and also dig into the issue a little bit. Now, this is what I've gathered so far. The late trigger, the who say here, on social media between artists of ground up and Glenn, who is the bankroller or the executive producer of the movement. Late trigger, and I said the man as Sparky says here, based on the claims are ground up early on the old songs on record ground up studios. That is the late trigger. But the initial trigger, I started, a couple of, I think last year thereabout. The initial trigger, first and foremost, it was about some of the shady contracts that, now Ekosu were doing anymore. Most of the artists, in fact, it started from Kwesi Authur, and he was the first artist to, who's like Kwesi got exposed quite early. I mean, from the days or drop away, grind day out, status or bang, he got a lot of international friends and all that. So he started asking around how they move. How movement and it's saying label no mudili. And then he got to understand, say, Charlie, how our label no mudili is quite different from this terrain. And the contract na ankasano or the chirenkofo bi baako mienu and they realized that Charlie was a very, very shady contract. So, I mean, metimi aka to a certain level, but mean ko boundaries be. But the man say na contract is shady because percentage be near the idea na wom no. Professionally, that is not how it's done. I'll leave it that way. Now, fast forward, there were also other things that triggered Kwesi. The entire moon Kwesi Authur on ground up no na me breaking it down. And no eba be affected the NYC it was social media. Now Kwesi at a point in time, ni streams kra no esika no na onhu. Because omu chema Glenn, who is the money maker or the executive na chama tia block no so kakra. Na tia we tia block no so no. Deservedly, it was so because let me take you back a little bit. When an artist signs to a record label, of course, streams ni sikani nyina comes through the record label. And therefore, disbursement of funds, the type of contract that you have with the label. Place are a little bit shady. If the money is supposed to be released every quarter ni drew and yes, I was me ba hobi bisa and san is kanaba. But in the case of Kwesi, it me bro so he had to make approach like also call. No kubisa and san ebia so ene me kwa check and said the biaba into any free so and this is the hot seasons time or a hot or boy a lot of shows maybe getting a few endorsement here and there making some cool money but then supposedly or I mean realistically you're supposed to get that because and also kind of streams of income home but anyway it's also part of it but somebody will ask me who is Glenn is the money maker or the bankroller, the executive producer, as people know it in the music circles. Ono na nisika they share ground up ono NT studio no. So he founded the studio with the help of Big Homie Flea. So Big Homie Flea so beba picture him. Big Homie Flea, Glenn no a UK boy. Ba Ghana ska won ho ba Ghana no the poppy do ho. Sa no person che do ho. And one electrical company be almost supply electricals and the business. He's a business guy. But then Big Homie Flea, me eton drip, what you say, or drip lie. And a Big Homie Flea in him terrain. So Big Homie Flea and a boy almost set up studio and all the boys in the bem Kwesi came into the picture through that. So it was through Kwesi. I know I recorded Kwesi da. And I introduced Kwesi to ground up, Kwesi to ground up. That is how the link started. But fast forward, things have started. Kwesi discovered some anomalies in the contract and any other the Kwesi ball. So term no one year what now term no so year. Now when they are about to renew the contract, that was before Son of Jacob came out. Before Son of Jacob album ni eba out no. Now percentage na near a rough no crown say see so asate. Percentage na ano just say emre no say I'm for artist twen the label din the label so twen artist di. But initially Glenn set up ground up as a movement. It wasn't a record label. I mean to say Asaka Boys in your record label. We have independent artists on it. So this is how he was able to get all the artists to sign deals, because you might wonder, Kwesi should be smart. This is how it started. Now relationship, I could say, I quite to say, how do I put it? Like father and son, because anytime the boys needed some form of push, because he had a studio, the guy had a studio, he was recording them for free, wasn't charging them or ultimate fund or mucha music videos. Boys never promotion or more promotion. So the boys felt at a point in time that look, and when I say the boys, I'm talking about Kwesi, who was the first person to be in there. Later on, Kofi Mole Monia the Ade. That is why you realize that when Kwesi blew up, Kwesi was virtually on the songs of everybody that came up from Kwame MP, Kofi Mole, and then later on Twitch. And Twitch is directly the artist of Kwesi. Now, remember some details in which now Kwesi is being funded by Glenn, who is the bankroller of the whole movement. Kwesi Drew baby no who's no unia Jack. At the end the baby I drew no there. Mama yen official now because said the old boys in there. Says here yen official. So that is where the contract thing came in. Contract and answer muno. I'd so be our boao or no why as and yes or no why my boao because not expect to be and free. And I want any air sign contract. I mean, in all fairness, let's just be real. Tendency and as a chances sell by your dreams or the lawyer and Kasabem dear. And here by thing. And that's exactly the same way my brother Kwesi fell. He fell for it. Inti ehone man ko sign contract bi ase see e opese o solve sa issue ni mpo a arbitration no e London. Baby o se etena ka asem e London. There is a contract back for one of the artists I chanced upon it. Na me share contract na ground up the artist in there me say hey we dey any akwan munji ni kidney nka ho e. Munji kidney na abia one kidney one lung. Anu eden dodo. Anu eden. As much as we want to protect investors to the be amount to mo boase kakra we dey ensa dansa yem. Glenn ensa dansa yem. Now this whole case has sparked up to a different level because some of the errors in there that I believe that the boys, should have pay close attention. Number one, failure to involve a lawyer in dealings. Number two, because the lawyer is not involved, technically, Ubuso be on copyright and copyright issues. The executive producer has the right to your masters. That is a fact. The Authur sikano ono na nwom no yede eye ne dia. Me patro mi sisu ye. The Authur sikano ono na nwom no ye ne dia. That is why in the case of Obrafo versus Manche versus Hammer versus Drake, yato Manche case na koto abonten. Because if Obrafo paid for the songs, every voice or every element on it belongs to him. He has the master's right, the master right to adiano. If Hammer paid for it, a Hammer dia. Se Manche when Piana oko na akoye to so whatever form of payment that you had as at that time, chale ehonu de mrano uni mrani ni hwe. Inti yato Manche case na to abonten any asa final 10,000 Ghana cedis. That's a subject for another case. We'll get to that. But anyway, some of the errors that were in there, I believe, also over familiarization, over famzy on the streets, and over famzy. Trese, nipana boawa, as say, say a true business. Now, some way proper business untiminen and deal ye. Emma in favor because time I no expect free no cry like on expect free wo monokra na o invest no mauska. So imagine if Glenn was able to fund music videos worth 30,000, 40,000 or 50,000 for Kwesi even before onene be contractor. So okaso onene contractor the other two obiano. Morally you will be tempted to sign, and that is what happened in the case of Kwesi Authur. Over familiarization harm. Studio no almost set up no case so ni dia like I said earlier on. But they were recording for other artists. They were recording for virtually Kiddy recorded there, Walasima recorded or Hostone, but I think there were times that even before it became a record label, like Ghana became a record label, there were times that artists tweet me call Koyenyum and it was for community purposes. Now, Tema Community 11, quite close to the Assemblies of God. That's where the studio was located. As it stands now, the CMNO can say the studio nuni hobium. And me assure say in the next video because they say your time na ABT. In the next video, ABI me call into why so any other people who are supposed to be a part of the movement from day one and so But what is happening to Twitch right now is, and I'll show you screenshots of it. You can also check it for yourself. Opa Kwesi Authur, all the old Kwesi Authur songs, all the old Kwamina MP songs that were done under your friend is saying Ground Up, all the Kofi Mole, any artist under Ground Up, Kocha cases here. Written, it says there, and I'll show you one of them. Written by Ground Up, Charlie. This is it. Superman by Twitch. The song was written by Ground Up. Yes. Glenn War writes ultimately claims to it. But then, and I want to appeal to the conscience of Glenn and also tell the boys to also pipe down a little bit. Realistically, there's no two ways about it. But the boys need those catalog, those master copies. Said the beya umbetimenya advance from new record label. And that is the fact. Sesi munye juma biem. But the nkoma ye gu hono. O de release more. na omonfam pay label for because when they are signing on to another label, they are now going in as a new artist. And labels would want to advance you more money based on your old catalog. That is how the system works. It is a mebana mebabe sign Kwesi Authur na minim say or Son of Jacob or mixtapes bear 2 or 3 binia de ade wo ho a. Minim say anya se memano $100,000 or 200 or even $500,000. When the new jam or the new project takes off, there's going to be rippling effect on the old project. People are also going to check him out. So if I'm able to open Kwesi to a new territory, I get Kwesi or I get Twitch into a new territory, people would want to fuck with the old songs, and the old songs will get revenue and streams to support Siskebia Mediashim. That is all that the boys are asking for. But I think the relationship now is rocky based on, some of the things that happen. I mean, Kwesi, a typical example is people thought say Kwesi nya obi or support to Black Sheriff Carrier when they had a feature and the feature was not coming on. And the main issue is the percentage involved. Na sa same way me ntimi nko details because me revealing here maybe I know a thing. It has no issue. I mean, Kwesi has no issue with Blacko. And I believe Blacko has no issue with Kwesi. But paperwork, team B a physical pa jiskebia I know a thing. I just want to, in this editorial, I just want to plead because there's little that we can talk about when it comes to this issue. There are issues of the court. And a court, so boys need to mean fan court because court na kasa baby o see could asem anyway London. It is a Kwame MP person or kwa choko London. Kofi Moli person or cause of issue na chere London. So say system ni mo e din show sumba stream no so akoye some way. Kwesi Authur the only has here, and I can tell you reliably that chances of Kwesi Authur coming to Ghana send animu idea mo forget it. Cause we start here adwuma ho. Omo adwuma no atene ni so. Recent album or release a project or release and I mean distributed it on I think a private platform and was charging money meboa asaka. No, he was charging different money for that meboa. Yeah, that's how it is. Into release and on there two platform is no tweet akakra no wenya kakra no but adwuma say dey mebiem Kwesi mebiem wajai ade no monfa o tronyum no nya kakra bia no de ato se moye 10 kra na mbekọ makutu eska ope. This is how disturbing the whole thing is. And I'm concerned about it because of the fact that, Charlie, we need some of these artists to be active in the business because they have experience. Apart from them being extra, talented, it's so good because Kwesi is undoubtedly one of my favorites. And I know Kwesi Authur is also one of your favorites. I fuck with Twitch. I fuck with Mole and Kwame MP lately I've seen them say almost all grindy different and I appreciate them for that. I mean they've moved past it. But then for somebody like Kwesi Authur, for somebody like Twitch that am directly affected, Charlie, I would like to appeal to Glenn. Stakeholders in Penuphobia I mean, step into this one and let's try to make sure, say, Charlie, I do a bit myself. But Glenn, if you're watching this video, shout outs to you, big ups to you for investing in the business, investing in Ghana music. Baby, I believe you can do better. These people were once your friends. They were once your brothers. They were, and say, nothing spoil, my guy, I beg. Monso issue and a peaceful editorial and I'm a demon. You're from DJ Slim Street. No, Eshe.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We